think it was a good game. You had a couple of big plays.
The Game.
A Cromwell media station.
Where you have a voice.
We're one play away from an injury.
He knows this. He's a study of the game.
And we have strong opinions.
He's been awful. I don't think they were trying, and that's why I feel the way I feel.
This is Stillman and Company with Jared Stillman and Caroline Fenton. Presented by TriStar Moving on Nashville's best sports talk, 102.5 and 106.3 The Game. And on the Game Nashville app.
3rd and 6. So a guy who threw 17 passes in 6 years has already thrown 23 tonight. Here comes the 24th. Gives it away and caught by Woods for the touchdown. Mom and Dad look like, hey, we've seen this before.
That's my backup quarterback right there. That's my backup quarterback. Josh Dobbs last night. Titans lose to the Cowboys. I care less about that. Fireball Hot Take Friday, Stillman and Company, delivered by TriStar Moving, streaming live on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live. Thanks to the law offices of Amanda J. Gentry. Ian is here today. Hello, Ian.
What up, what up?
We only have 1 hour today because the Predators pregame show is in an hour. So if you got a thought on last night's game and the quarterback situation, get it in, 615-737-1025. This is our final show of the year. This is our final Fireball Hot Take Friday of the year. And let me go first with the hot takes. My Fireball Hot Take. What I saw yesterday at quarterback from Josh Dobbs, bring on the Jags. I have no other thoughts about anything for the future. I don't have, is Josh Dobbs a legitimate backup quarterback in this league? Probably. I think he probably showed that yesterday. A legitimate number 2. Does Josh Dobbs have potential to be a number 1? I don't think so, but who knows? That's for a different day. That's for a different discussion. All I needed to say, and I made Josh Dobbs my pick to click in the pregame show, and I said to Chris and Derek, the Josh Dobbs truthers last night, I said to them on the pregame show, the only thing I need out of Josh Dobbs is that when those players leave that stadium after the Cowboys game, that they know they can beat Jacksonville with him as the quarterback. And I believe that he showed enough. He wasn't perfect, but I believe that he showed enough that when Derrick Henry and Danico Autry and Jeffrey Simmons and Kevin Byard, and when those guys left the stadium last night, they thought, we can beat Jacksonville with him at quarterback. I don't know what fooled everybody into this weird belief that Malik Willis could win games for you. He showed you nothing in training camp that made you think he could win games. He showed you nothing in the preseason that made you think he could win games in the NFL. He showed you nothing in his starts against the Texans and the Chiefs that he could win games in the NFL. He showed you even in his relief appearance against the Chargers where they said, that's the best he played. He showed you he's not ready to play in the NFL. He got called for intentional grounding on a free play. I've never seen that happen before. In comes Josh Dobbs off the street, and immediately you could tell the difference. The first play of the game where they boot him out and he drops it off to Okonkwo, easy pitch and catch, easy gain, easy completion. Josh Dobbs didn't make any overly difficult throws, but I thought he made a lot of good decisions last night. And I thought he made a lot of good throws. I thought the ball down the sideline to McMath was a beautiful ball. I thought there was one in particular where he ended up, I want to say it was the one where Robert Woods fell down, where he's staring down Micah Parsons, and he is standing in the pocket, and he knows he's about to get drilled. And he still stands in there and delivers a beautiful ball. That's all you need. Because if you're going to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, you're going to win the division anyways, it's not going to be about Josh Dobbs. It's going to be about Derrick Henry. It's going to be about Jeffrey Simmons and Danico Autry going all over Trevor Lawrence. It's going to be about Kevin Byard making the plays that he made last night. Because that's what these games come down to. They come down to your stars. The Titans are not a team that has ever relied on a quarterback to carry them to victory. They've never done that. They've never done that. This generation of Titans This team got to an AFC championship game with Ryan Tannehill just making the throws he had to make. But again, those are throws that Malik Willis can't make. That throw to Jonnu Smith for a touchdown against the Ravens or the bomb to Khalif Raymond, he can't make those. The throw to Anthony Ferkser against the Patriots, he can't make those. Malik Willis had played in 5 games this season and hadn't thrown a touchdown pass. He had started 3 games in the NFL, and Josh Dobbs basically threw for more yards yesterday than Malik had thrown, period. And think about this. All the excuses everybody's made for Malik and why Malik wasn't good enough. Oh, it's the coordinator. Oh, it's the receivers. Oh, it's the line. I believe Josh Dobbs had the same line in front of him last night. And this time he was facing DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons and Dante Fowler. Not exactly the Houston Texan pass rushers. Those receivers that stink so bad, and they stink. I mean, what has to happen for Robert Woods to learn how to catch the ball? I've never seen anything like it. And guess what? Somehow he hit McMath on a deep ball. He made Treylon Burks look like a player again. Shocking how much better they are when they get a guy who, again, he's not John Elway. He's not Joe Burrow. And I'm not asking him to be John Elway or Joe Burrow. And you don't need John Elway or Joe Burrow in order to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. But you need Josh Dobbs. I'm watching the game last night, and I'm sitting there thinking, this team, even though Dobbs wasn't off the bat, going down the field touchdown, off the bat, this team looked like they played with a different energy. I mean, it did not take long. It did not take long. It was infectious. Coach Shoup texted me during the game. He said, that's the Josh Dobbs effect. That's what happened at Tennessee. People forget about this. Go back to that 2014 Tennessee season, Butch Jones' second year. And Tennessee started off with Justin Worley at quarterback, and he got hurt. And they tried Nathan Peterman, and he stunk. And they were nowhere to be found. They were awful. They had no options at quarterback. And all of a sudden, Josh Dobbs comes in the second half of a meaningless game against Alabama where they're getting blown out. And he shows a little something, and now it's like maybe he could be the quarterback. And then at the end of that season, Tennessee reeled off 4 wins in a row, and they went bananas in their bowl game. And all of a sudden, people started to believe in the Vols again. That's Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs is not the most talented player on the field, and he never will be the most talented player on the field. Josh Dobbs is not better than Tannehill, and he never will be better than Tannehill. Josh Dobbs will probably never be a starting quarterback for a good team in the NFL ever. And I'm okay with that because that's not what I'm asking out of my quarterback. What I'm asking out of my quarterback as a backup is to run the offense, and he did last night. It is to make the simple throws and take the layups, which he did last night. It is to give his team a chance to win. And he did last night. I know the interception that he threw on the sidelines was not pretty. And really the biggest problem I had with Dobbs last night was after he hit the deep ball to McMath. I believe it was 10-0 after they hit that deep ball on their third series to Racey McMath. And they